Great question here from Paul. He says, I'm struggling with high dynamic loft on irons. Any suggestions to get rid of it? Tips? He gets these kind of floating high things off to the right. Common problem with irons. So just so we're all on the same page, this club has a loft, a static loft in a vise. It measures the angle of the face, so how much it's bent back. But there's also a loft that is presented to the ball. So this club has a dynamic loft of X. I presented 25 degrees, so I actually took loft off. This has more than 25 degrees on it. It's my 8-iron. Welcome to the Q&A channel. Remember, this isn't my main channel. This is my second channel, Q&As. It's just for you, just answering your questions. If you've got questions you want me to answer, hit the comments up down below. Remember to subscribe to this one so you don't miss out on all the great Q&As. Now, he's adding loft, so dynamic loft. Two ways of doing that. You can twist the club around this axis. That can add loft. Or you can do a mixture of that and bend the handle back, which adds loft. That's the most common one. People are presenting this end way ahead of this end, if you like, rather than maybe getting this end ahead of this end a little bit more. So the game I like to play with golfers is how low can you hit it? I've got an 8-iron here, not allowed to change ball position, so you're not allowed to move ball position back, but can you make swings where you turn the face down to the ground, present that face down to the ground with a handle far enough forward for it to go somewhere near target. You can see there, look how low that one's going out. I've presented there 19, so I took 6 degrees of loft off. That's the best way to beat your dynamic loft issue. And the best way of adding to this is actually try and add more dynamic loft as well. It sounds counterintuitive because that's what you're trying to break, but being aware of how you add it will allow you also to take it off. Just ignoring that you add it as standard, you want to try and add to that is quite a good skill to practice. So again, no ball position change. I'm going to add loft by turning this face now more up to the sky, so extending lead wrist. And as I hit the ball, there'll be like a flicking forward action as I duffed it. Did we get the loft? Yeah, 35 degrees of loft. It didn't come out. It's a tough swing, that one. But that's what lots of people are doing. That's 35 degrees. I was 25, I added 10 degrees. And that was all coming from my wrist angles and understanding how to use the face around this axis, so the shaft, and then in turn, balancing it with handle forwards or handle back, which I obviously didn't do on that second one. Controlling this loft as it moves around your body is what will allow you to deliver better loft. Working more in the premise of taking loft off, which is ideas of first parallel, having it more down to the ground. As it gets over the top of your shoulders, the top of your backswing, having that club more up to the sky. And then with those angles in there, learning to not hit the ball way left by having that real press forward with your hands to get those low, drilly, kind of straightest shots. Again, they're 19 degrees of dynamic loft. I'm able to take 6 off. And this is where the real problem is. It's much easier. I added 10, but I can only take 6 off because I'm already taking off. It's hard to take loads off for some people. It's very easy generally to add. You've got to remember I'm starting from a lower point, obviously, so there's a limit to what I can take off because I'm already taking some off. But who hasn't had a short iron into a green and just hit like a high poppy one off to the right way short? It's such a common problem with lofted irons and handicap golfers. Work on those wrist angles, get that loft off with that handle lean. So basically, as soon as you turn the face this way, let's get the handle going this way to hit some straighter shots, and then try and find a happy medium that allows you to find target and hit some better flighted golf shots. Hope that helps.